Yes. What is going on? We are here back again. Financial Power Hours Ownership Club. Brian Fleming in the building. And man, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Your boy Shop Blizz Crown Holder in the building, man. Hey, Saturday right here. iHeart.
Yes.
Intellectual Radio.
Yes.
You feel me?
We here.
All right, we in the building, man. Salute.
Amazing platform, amazing opportunity, and we here to empower and educate the people, man.
Yes, indeed. Fresh shouts going out to the rest of the team. Raymond Betts, that girl Olivia. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody.
So, man, today is obviously, let's get it out the way. It is the Saturday before Mother's Day.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Shouts out and happy Mother's Day to all the amazing mothers. If your mother's not with you, I definitely will be praying for you as well as myself. Mother's not with me, but she's smiling down on me. Lost her in 2021. Yes. So it's going to be a bittersweet day for me. And what you going to do for your mother?
Actually, when I leave here, I'm doing a pre-Mother's Day thing out at this little spot, the Spinners.
Okay.
Taking her to see the Spinners. You know what I'm saying?
Old school
throwback. I told her, you know what I'm saying, just bring her voice with her.
Boom.
And come on out, you know what I'm saying?
Bring a voice and an appetite.
The voice and the appetite. You know, a lot of times, you know, life be lifing. And a lot of times we don't always get a chance to spend the most time with our loved ones, even communicate. Because, you know, she still works full-time jobs this day. She's the head nurse.
Okay, Mama.
You know, at the hospital. So, you know what I'm saying? Just days like this. Every day is Mother's Day. But, you know, them days like this, you got to take some time out and say, hey, let me put a few hours to the side. Go hang out with mom, have a good time, have a couple drinks or something like that.
Remember when you was little, when she used to call you, what your mom used to call you? What's your nickname?
Shy Blizz.
That's not what your mom.
That's what my mom called me right now.
For it? No, when you was little.
Shy Blizz.
That's what you sticking with.
That's what I'm sticking with.
So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna find out what the nickname was, and I'm gonna repeat. I'm gonna let y'all know because you know when you was 3-4 years old, because I know your government name,
Shy Blizz,
and. Like I just said, I know you're gonna see. I have a nickname as well as everybody else has a nickname. My mama didn't call me Brian. My nickname is T. T-E-E. Don't know how. I know how I got it, but my nickname has nothing to do with my government name. So my brother, his name is Derek, and we got the same middle and last name.
Okay.
His nickname is Mel.
Mel.
Yeah, like Mel. So our uncle named us. You know, my mom named me T because she said when she saw me, she was like, "Oh, you so cute. You a T poor." Don't know what that is. That was a story that
what?
I was T poor.
T poor.
Poor.
T poor.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know how you give your kids cute names.
Yeah.
Like that's like my daughter. Her name is Amaya, but I call her Moogie. I don't know where Moogie came from.
Exactly.
I was like Moogie Maya, Moogie. That's my Moogie, and it just
that's
just carried on. So all right, T.
Yeah, don't do that. Now, I shared that. I wanted to share that with you because I want to know your nickname.
I don't have
because it's not Shy Blizz.
It was Shy Blizz.
It's not Shy Blizz. So no one called you Shy Blizz at 1 year old.
At 1 year old, I don't know what she was calling me.
Exactly. That's what I want to know. Everyone has a nickname. Right. That's what I want to know.
I know you're trying to get this
right. Not your government.
Bruce.
Stays. No. That's your government. I'm talking about the nickname that if I grew up with you, if I was your fifth year grade best friend, does it call you Bruce? Does it call you Shy Blizz? They call you exactly. That's what I want. You know, we all got that nickname.
Let me think about it because
exactly.
Let me think about it.
So
I didn't get referenced a lot with nicknames, especially in the household.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was just like cut and dry, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I want to know. You know, people, if you listen to us, let us know what your nicknames are. Let us know what your nicknames are, because it ain't your government. You know, we don't want to know that name. We want to know the nickname your mother used to call you when she was mad at you because you left the light on.
That was Bruce Devon Johnson.
She used to use the whole name. The whole government. Okay, then what she used to call when she used to introduce you to her friend? Baby, come on. Baby, this is my... Was you that type of kid to know, like you could do something, like, you know, because some mothers used to have their kids dance when they was little in front of company, or did you have a type of mother that had the car parties at the house, or was the uncles in the back, or was it just a small knit family?
It was so. First and foremost, like my mom, well, I'm a part of a large family. So my grandma, and you know what I'm saying, rest in peace to my grandma. I think she had like 18 kids.
She wasn't playing with them.
So 18 kids, took care of all of them, raised out, stern on
Shout
all
out to
of them.
grandfather.
So yeah, shout out to granddad as well.
Granddad Bruce.
Granddad.
Papa Chablis.
So I was, our family was like kind of versatile, like especially my mom. My mom, first off, she was like, and I think that's where I get my working spirit from, because she's worked as far as I've, since day one, since I known. Like either she was going to school full time and working 2 jobs.
Oh man.
And then on the down days when we did have we went to the family events, and you have the dancers, you have the rappers and the singers and stuff like that. I probably was more like musically inclined, so rapping and and singing and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying, with the family.
Okay.
Definitely played cards all the time, and that and with grandma especially. I was her Tunks partner.
Okay.
Like Tunks.
I'm a Bill Wiz guy.
Yeah. So, I learned all my card tricks from grandma and my aunties and all of them. So yeah.
So for our younger listeners, that there's more than just spades.
Yeah.
If you, I kind of feel like, and I'm biased about this. If you're 40 and older, you really don't like spades. Because most card players who are older than me, they don't like spades. They like Tongue, Bill Wiz, or hearts.
I think it just really depends on, what I'm saying, your family background, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's kind of split in my family. You got your Bill Wiz players, and Bill Wiz ain't nothing but spades to me. Is just like you get to choose.
You get to choose. The suit. Up, down, or none, no trouble.
Exactly. And then,
but I love it, though, because you can't cheat.
But I love it. Like, I would spend all day playing, cards with my grandma. So my family was just really versatile.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And what was that nickname again?
Chablis.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it, man. So what I want everyone to do, man, if you're listening to us, if you're on the live, if you're watching us, on the YouTube, man, make sure you remember. And the reason why I say that is a lot of times when we get older, when we forget about where we came from. We forget those nicknames where our uncles used to call us that, or smack us upside the head, or make us go get the orange juice or the apple juice or the beer. However your family dynamic was.
And the favorite foods that they would always
have. Your grandmama.
Get together is like, man, that would be dope. I remember when it came, of course, the food. I remember the banana pudding. That was like my grandma's signature. Man, that was a signature.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Does anybody in your family try to touch it since you're not that number, or they don't even bother it?
You still have some cookers. You still have some, like some of my aunties, like, you know what I'm saying? That's what they do. They still get down. But then a lot of my aunties are bosses too.
Okay.
It's in my family, it's kind of flipped. The fellas are the cooks. Like my Uncle Junior.
Okay.
My Uncle John.
Whatever works.
John, my cousin, me, of course, my dad, you know what I'm saying? Salute going out to him. Like we are the cookers and the grillers. And the women, like my auntie Georgia, she's a phenomenal dance instructor known worldwide. My mom has been a nurse for like 40, 50 years now.
So they sit back.
And known around the city.
So they sit back with the Zinfandel.
Yeah, they sit back and chill, and then they brag on how they got great men that,
Yeah, that's not my family dynamic. Oh, my aunties. There's some great cooks, man.
Okay, so, but, salute to the fam, man.
Man. So listen, man, we're gonna have fun today, man. We're gonna talk about business. We're gonna talk about real estate. We're gonna talk about we're gonna use the level up tip of the week. We're gonna talk about Crown Holder Convo. We're gonna talk about my man Raymond Bass gonna be in the building, and Olivia's gonna stop by as well.
Okay.
So we're gonna have the whole team in the building.
Let's get it.
So man, again, Intellectual Radio. We are here, the Financial Power Hour. We're gonna get in tune. We'll talk to you in a minute.
That's what's up. Let's go.
Excellent. I don't need nobody, no, I'm straight. I don't need nobody bringing up nothing they did for me, throwing in my face. I don't need nobody, no, I'm good. If I want it, I'ma get out here and grind hard for it like a real one should. I don't need nobody, no. I don't need nobody, no. I don't need nobody, no, I'm straight. straight. I don't need nobody bringing up nothing they did for me, throwing it in my face. I don't need nobody. Yeah, I know what they say. Everybody needs some help. But if I gotta hear about it later on, no, I do it myself. Cause I don't need nobody thinking that I need them, acting like I wanna be them. They don't know that I'm a teacher, sitting waiting on me to fail well, I'ma leave them. Cause I'm a big stepper, big pressure, heavyweight bench presser, trendsetter. Baby, I'm good anywhere I go. Gotta keep it real, that's all I know. And if you got somebody in your circle that's solid, you better hold on to them. Find any snakes in the grass, gotta move fast. Put the lawnmower to them. You know how it feel to be loyal to somebody you thought was real cause you wanna win. Then they switch it up on you, show their true colors on you, yeah, them backstabbing friends. You ever believe in somebody else more than they believed in themselves? Then they turn around and say they did it on their own, they ain't even need your help. That's why I don't need nobody, no, I'm straight. I don't need nobody bringing up nothing they did for me, throwing it in my face. I don't need nobody, no, I'm good. If I want it, I'ma get out here and grind hard for it like a real one should. I don't need nobody, no. I don't need nobody, no. I don't need nobody, no, I'm straight. I don't need nobody bringing up nothing they did for me, throwing it in my face. I don't need nobody, no, not a soul. That's just how it goes. I done been crossed over by somebody close. That's why I roll how I roll. Cause I don't need nobody smiling in my face and talking slick behind my back. All that he say, she say, all up in my ear, and I ain't hearing that. Over some change, after how far we done came, up and down in this game, it's a shame. I swear to God, I never look at you the same. Cause you got me f***ed up, Q, Kim, Cuff, everybody. If we take it there, we gon' take it there. That little smoke, I ain't worried about it. Cause I thought you loved me. Turns out you a hater, but it's okay. Cause when it's real, don't count favors. Man, I've been trapping for so long. Got my own back when something go wrong. I don't like asking people to do nothing for me. I make it happen on my own. That's why I don't need nobody, no, I'm straight. I don't need nobody bringing up nothing they did for me, throwing it in my face. I don't need nobody, no, I'm good. If I want it, I'ma get out here and grind hard for it like a real one should. I don't need nobody, no. I don't need nobody, no. I don't need nobody, no, I'm straight. I don't need nobody bringing up nothing they did for me, throwing it in my face. I don't need nobody.
IntellectualRadio.com. Feed your brain.
Feed me now. I'm starving.
What's going on, y'all, man? We are back, man. Financial Power Out of Ownership Club here at Intellectual Radio. You got your boy Brian Fleming.
Oh, Shy Blizz, the crown holder.
And Raymond Batts, Mr. Batts, the court man.
Man, we got 3/4 of the team here. Shout out to that girl, Olivia. Hey now. She will be in the building in a minute, man. And listen, Raymond, we was asking a couple questions, tomorrow being Mother's Day, right? And we wanted to know nicknames, right? What your mother called you or what your family used to call you when you was a little shorty. Because they didn't call you Raymond, they didn't call you Alexander, and then they didn't call you Batts. So they used to call me T, right? And you know that because you've been around my family. We haven't found out what Shy Blizz's nickname is.
Shy Blizz.
It's not Shy Blizz because Shy Blizz wasn't birth.
Or just Bruce.
They did not call you that, but we're gonna find out though.
They did call me Bruce.
No, because you gave an example of your daughter. What's her name?
That's Moogie.
Right, exactly. That's the nickname. We want to know that name.
Like my brother had a nickname, Motorboat. His name is Moshe. My mom called him Motorboat.
Okay.
My little brother, his name is Eddie. They call him Chopper. I didn't have a nickname.
So they love you.
I don't think so. It was just Bruce.
I thought everybody had a nickname. What was your nickname, Ray?
It was actually Ray or Ray Ray.
Okay, Ray.
See, because you got a cool name.
You said
Ray, I don't think you can.
Ray, or like some family called me Ray, some call me Ray Ray.
What's your mama call
you? She normally call me Ray.
What's your uncle call you?
You know what? They used to all call me Ray or Raymond.
Okay, kept it. Okay, they kept it.
Yeah.
So I put an asterisk on there, like maybe
so
Francois.
You ain't had no auntie that called you just something different.
Nah, the only something different I ever got called was about my older brother, who was my first and original bully.
Jamal?
No, not Jamal. Oh. My brother Rodney.
Oh, him. Okay, what did he call you?
He called me Black M something.
I was about to say, maybe those are the nicknames I got used to hearing, like
You said
the ones
black
we
and
can't say
something.
over the radio.
Right, you
Those
black
other names.
Shout out to Rodney. Shout out to Rodney. One time for Rodney. He's a special character.
Oh,
very special.
salutes.
Man. But nah, so I just wanted to know, man. We gonna so when I have the hopefully I have the honor to meet you. I'm gonna talk to her about this.
Yes, talk to
So I'm
her.
gonna say, hey, you didn't love Bruce too much, huh? You didn't give him a nickname.
I don't know what's going on around here.
Because you got Moogie. That's a great. That's a great. And
but I
the,
came up with that.
Right. But see, that's the thing. Like, what does her mom call her?
Princess Maya.
See, that's her nickname for her.
We call her Princess or Princess
Like
Maya.
my son, I call him Junior,
Mm-hmm.
and his mother calls him something else.
Well, I was gonna say, well, y'all got cool names to derive things from, like Raymond, Ray. That's cool. Like, if
Brian is not a.
if your name was Maine, they call you Main or something like that. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or if your name happened to be Pooh or something like that. I didn't have a cool nickname like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know.
But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna vote. We're gonna go on Facebook and we're gonna give you a nickname.
Mm-mm.
That's what we're gonna do.
Cool.
I think people will love that.
I believe in forward
Forward
motion.
That's what we're doing. We're gonna.
You know what I'm saying? I believe in moving forward. Like,
so listen, Chicago. This
we don't
is
have
Chicagoland.
to really reflect on it.
We love Shy Blizz. We want him to feel part of the family,
Mm.
and to being part of the family, we got to give you a family nickname. It's okay you get it at 40, but we gonna get it. So
we already came up with one.
Oh, we did. What we do?
He's Who's Next Goldberg. The Goldberger Radio.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, well,
Goldberger Radio.
Are you talking about when we were talking about okay, cool. Yeah, I remember that. I remember the conversation. So let's talk about something else.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about real estate.
Let's do that.
Let's talk about real estate, Mr. Batts and Mr. Blizz.
What's going on, man? What blocks y'all done bought up lately?
You know what?
We're currently surveying.
We actually had a phenomenal meeting with a pastor of a church just past weekend in the Ford Heights area.
Yeah.
And we have the opportunity to go do some revitalization and gentrification in the neighborhood to help out some of the individuals in the neighborhood. And again, I think for all of us, a lot of us think, well, some of us, not a lot of us, because we know, some of us think it's only one way to get into real estate, right? It's a million different ways to get into the real estate game.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it doesn't require money. It requires leverage and relationships, because you could know someone that has the leverage, and then you have another relationship with someone else, and you put them two together, and then you have an assignment of the deal, and you can get a percentage once the deal closes. So I give an example. If Shy Blizz knows Brian and Raymond, but Raymond and Brian don't know each other, and you say, hey, Raymond is looking to buy some real estate,
right?
And I'm looking to let go of some real estate,
Exactly.
And you say, hey, I think I can introduce you a guy that's looking to buy some properties, and I know a guy that's looking to sell some properties. However, if you guys do a deal, I want a commission off the deal. And then I'll say, well, what do you want? Well, give me 2%.
Okay.
And then once we close the deal, we can either split that, or I will be responsible of paying your commission.
Okay.
So, it's so many different ways to where you can retain funds off real estate. It's ways to buy taxes. Every city is different. Chicago is different from DeKalb, from Indiana.
Okay.
Every state is different. So you can actually buy individuals' property taxes. And then the great part about that deal is you'll guarantee you'll get your money back, or you get the property.
Oh.
And you can charge a little bit of interest based upon the county and the law of that governing body, but you'll guarantee you'll get your money back, or you'll get the actual property.
And that's upfront money.
Upfront and in the back end. So it really just depends on how far they're behind.
Okay.
Because what happens is you can go to the county and the tax assessor's office and see who's back on their taxes.
And they have up to 3 years to come up with that money and get it back to you. So basically what end up happening, let's say you grab the property for the taxes, you start doing some renovations. They have to pay you the money that you put down for the taxes, whatever renovations you did, they have to pay you for that. Plus the interest, like Brian mentioned, based off of whatever county you're in, whatever those rules are.
Whoa.
Yeah. Then obviously you have the regular flips. Now those are a little bit difficult because it's two things that people don't consider when they do a flip. They don't consider the inspection and they don't consider the appraisal.
Okay.
Before you purchase a property and you want to flip something, go get it inspected. It's three things.
Find out the worth, right?
Well, no. Find out what's wrong with it.
Okay.
It's three people you got to let see a crib.
Okay.
Electrician, plumber, HVAC.
Okay.
Those are the most three important people in a real estate transaction
Okay.
because they're going to tell you what's really wrong. They can look at the piping, they can look at the structure, they can look at the ceiling. If you have termites, if you don't have termites, if you have mice, if you have roofing issues, if you have leaking issues, if you have toilet issues, if you have basement issues. Now, you may go get a property. Oh, yeah, we was situation we had before. Yeah. You can go get a property, say, oh yeah, I'll offer you $10,000. Great. Okay, now I own the property for $10,000. But what if I find out that there's $15,000 in back taxes? Who's responsible for that? Because that has to get paid before it can be in my name.
Right. So the person who sold you the house.
Well, no, it depends on what you agreed upon when you gave them the 10.
Because if you didn't do your due diligence,
right, you got
now that's your debt.
Right.
Now it's your debt.
Now that property can't be entered into your name. The city will not let you transfer that debt into them taxes are paid.
Really?
Yes. So again, it's all about information and education. So again, if someone wants to sell me a property and say, hey, I got a property on this address, first thing I'm going to say, well, are there any liens on the property? No? Okay, cool. Then I'm going to contact an attorney, a real estate attorney, to do the due diligence. A lot of times people don't want to spend a little bit of money up front. It is going to cost some money up front because they have to do a tax lien search. They're going to charge you maybe a couple $100, maybe $500. And I get that. Say if you don't want to spend that $500, but that $500 could cost you $10,000.
We're going to spend the $500.
So you spend the $500, make sure there's no liens on it. It comes back. Now you got to go get an inspector. You got to go get someone that is licensed in that county to inspect that property because they have to know the comps. They got to know everything that goes on with the city. Because if it comes down to getting permits, you got to know as an investor how much it's going to cost to get that property up and running. So say if you bought it again, we're going to use the same price for 10. The inspector, to have someone come and inspect the property, it's probably going to run you between $300 and $700. So you got the real estate attorney, that's about $5.
Okay.
So you got the inspector, that's going to run you between $3 and $7.
Okay.
So now you're looking at about minimum $8, but max $12. So you're looking at $1,200 already in before you even bought the property because you're already spending money. Now, the question is, you can have that money reimbursed back at the sale because you can write into your contract, say, hey, all the money I spent up front, I need that back.
Right.
Because I had to go find out because you didn't I'm not going to trust your word in a real estate transaction. Oh, yeah, it doesn't have any liens on it. No, I want a receipt from the county and I want my money back at closing. So you go and find out that there's $30,000 worth of plumbing that needs to be installed because it never was done right. Mm-hmm. And in order for the city to give codes, you got to be what? Up to code. Right. So what if you find that out? Now that's $30,000 you got to spend on plumbing. Say if it's $30,000 in plumbing, it's about $15,000 in electrical and about $17,000 in HVAC.
I don't want to know.
And that's just no. Because this is the issue. This is the great part about real estate. So you had $1,200 going into it, right? Mm-hmm. You had about $50 getting it all done. That's just the actual. That's just the labor. That's not the materials.
See what I mean?
Right. That's just not someone coming in and doing the work. That's them quoting how much piping. So we in this physical building, right? Piping, paneling. So at bare bones, it has to be a certain amount of paneling and wattage for this building to run. And when someone strips this all the way down, they will come in and tell you the exact price. Okay, I know that's going to run here. There's going to be this. Like the answer system, the sprinklers. Right. Who installed that? Where's that? You see what that is?
I see it.
That has to be everywhere in this building based upon the code for the city and the county or the village, whoever sets the code. So that person comes in, tells you the total number of, it's called the after repair value. So once they tell you what that cost is, you take that cost. Now you got to go get a contractor. It's going to do the work.
Okay.
Because the electrician is going to come in and just do the lights.
That's it.
The plumber's going to plumb in and do the plumbing.
That's it.
HVAC going to come and do the HVAC.
That's it.
Who's going to build the building? That's another cost. So you got to take both of those costs, right? So you bought it for 10, right? After all that done, you're probably looking at about 90 to 100 in. About 100 in. Now you about 100 in. You about 100,000 in cash because they want their money. They want their money. See, this is where when you do real estate, this is where people, like, you see how he doing the glasses. That means he's done a deal before. That's what he like, man, I had a deal. Like, this is a real situation. So now.
And just to add on those numbers you just mentioned, Brian, let's say you 90,000 in. You got to account for at least another 40,000 on top of that.
Oh, incidentals.
Anything
We need to talk about
we
need to talk about incidentals. But now this is the great part about real estate, right? So let's just say everything done staged, because you're either gonna rent it or you're gonna lease it or you're gonna sell it, right? So let's just say everything all in is 150.
Okay. 150,000.
150,000. But you bought it for 10. But you put 150 in it. You're gonna sell that property for almost 300.
Yeah.
This is where real estate gets horrible. You don't have the whole, you try to skip steps throughout the process. You try to go get your guy that know a little bit of plumbing to plumb a whole building. You got to go, you got a guy that work at Lowe's to do your electrical. You got a guy that install one AC unit to do a whole building. You can't cut corners in real estate.
They've been doing it for 20 years.
And that's why if it doesn't come out,
they knew what they was doing.
If it doesn't come out the wash, it's gonna come out the rinse.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. You can't cut because you're gonna end up spending more money when you're trying to sell it to a real buyer. Because a real buyer is gonna do that due diligence.
Right.
A real buyer is gonna say, "Hey, I'm interested in your property. Could I go see it?" They're gonna bring a GC with them.
Oh.
And the GC gonna catch all that.
They're gonna bring the GC with them to say, "Hey, take a look at this property." Okay, then they're gonna go around. They're gonna have two things. They're gonna have a little flashlight and something to write something down on. Mm-hmm. You ever see somebody looking property? They going in the ducts, the air duct. Oh, yeah. They know what they're looking for. And they gonna come back and say, "Yeah, that's gonna run you 10. That's gonna run you about 7. That's gonna run you 4. That's gonna run you 3." They're like, okay, because in their mind they already know how much they're gonna have to spend. Mm. A true real estate investor could walk into a property outside of a property and know what that amount gonna be. A true contractor could walk inside and outside the whole house and know what that number gonna look like because they already know what they're looking for.
So that's just like when you sent the guy over there to the property and had him go through and do everything. Mm-hmm. Like you say, he had his trusty flashlight, he had his pad,
everything,
taking plenty of pictures and stuff like that. Okay,
yeah, because we need to know what that number's gonna look like.
Right.
I don't care what the seller is saying. We're the buyer. Mm-hmm. He's not our friend. He's not giving us a good deal. Mm-mm. He want to get rid of it. And we can get rid of it, but it has to make sense.
Yes.
You know, so a lot of times, and again, it goes back to education. So a lot of times in real estate, a lot of us, we get properties or we get deals because we think it's a good deal or because, it's a low deal. Oh, man, I could buy this 3 unit for $5,000. Okay. How does that make sense? That means you got 3 full units and they letting it go for $5,000. That the first thing that come to my mind is fire. Was it a fire? Was it a flood?
Right.
Because if either of those, the answer is yes, now you're talking about structure. Now you got to tear it all down to bare bones and build it all back up.
What?
Now that could be a great thing if you have a team that builds houses from the ground on up. So now you got to go out and go to Lowe's, Home Depot, Menards. Now you're getting drywall. So all this is drywall in this house. Once they put the drywall up and cut everything, now the paint. Now somebody came here, now the paneling. Now they cut, now the fixtures. Mm-hmm. They could probably take a good person to come in here and do this in 3 days. But for those that want to rush jobs, It'll take people 2 weeks to do this run room if you don't know what you're doing. And you stand like, man, why is it taking so? Oh man, my guy ain't show up because you ain't paying him. Trust me, a good contractor, they're on the deadline. They can walk into a house, it's gonna take me 4 weeks, or it's gonna take me a month, because they got another job.
Because they know their stuff too.
You pay a contractor typically in thirds. You pay him to start. You pay him to start. You pay him in the middle. You pay him on the end. You never pay him all at once, because he has to go get materials. And a portion of that money you give him is for the labor as well.
So basically, you're saying like stop wasting your time, even when it's time to service the house or evaluate the property and any of that. Get the real deal.
The real deal, man.
Stop going to get the. What I'm saying,
because the problem is all you doing. Remember, it's just like buying a used car. You buying somebody else's problem. It's a reason why they're selling it.
You always say that too.
Who?
I ain't buying nobody else's problem.
Oh yeah, I mean, think about it. I mean, no, some problems are. I forgot you remember the juice. We used to watch this movie. I forgot what it's called, but the guy used to always say, "Is the juice worth the squeeze?" So that's basically mean, is it worth it? Like somebody could. Like I have a 2005 the Escalade, Cadillac Escalade. It's 2005. It's brown. Got 24-inch rims. And it probably got 100. And this is a real car that I own, and it probably got like 110,000 miles on it. I maybe drove it to city maybe 4 or 5 times. It's a decent car. I don't want to sell it, but that's a good problem for somebody to have because it's worth it. The miles is on it are highway miles, so and it's 05, and it only got 111 on it. Now, if that same car had 280,000 miles on it, don't nobody want to buy that. So it's like, at what rate do you feel like, okay, are you really getting a good deal, or are you just getting somebody's junk? Now with real estate, it's totally different.
Okay.
Some people have lost everything because of real estate. Hence the crisis in 2009, 2008. Subprime lending. Like right now, my loans, my mortgages are at 2% because I did land deals. So it's different type of deals that you can do. So like right now, I think prime. What's prime? I think prime is like 5-6% right now.
It's about 6 to 7, like 6.6, 6.7.
So if prime is 6 or 7, if I'm doing 2%, that means I'm below prime. I'm doing real good. Now, what if prime was 2 and I was paying 6?
Then you above it.
No, that means I have to refinance.
Okay.
So you always want to make sure that in your real estate deal, you want to get a deal below or right at prime.
Okay.
It's just like right now, loaning money. Loaning money is expensive right now. You want to borrow $100,000, you got to pay double digits. Because if interest rates are at 7, I got to make my money back.
Right.
I'd rather not loan it. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, myself and Raymond, and as well as you, Bruce, we're going to do a lot of real estate deals. So when it comes to these deals, we have to know the aftermarket value of the property. Also, and people need to understand, what is your exit strategy with this property? Is your exit strategy, are you going to lease it? Are you going to own it? Are you going to flip it? Or are you going to gift it? You going to keep it in the family, give it to Muggy? Or is this something just, all right, cool, I'm going to live in it for a couple of years, and next year I'm going to go ahead and let it go? Or is this going to be part of my portfolio? Meaning, I'm not going to let this go. So a lot of us in the real estate market, we know these things. But for newcomers that's in the market, understand what is your exit strategy. Are you looking to make a little bit of money? Because when people come to me and say, I want to get into real estate, the first thing I say, how much money you got? I don't got a lot of money. You got good credit? No. You know people? No. Education. Take you a seminar.
Right.
Take you a class, and we have a phenomenal partner that does a great 12-week class.
Okay.
They're actually doing some stuff, and they're going to be, shout out to T. Smith and Demetri, they're going to come on the radio and talk about their class, the real estate class. They're really making some noise. We got another good friend of ours, Ramo Bay. He does I Flip Chicago, and he has a phenomenal real estate community to where he educates them on how to spot deals, and he even invests his own money into his students. So a lot of times people don't want to go, the education route, but it will save you so much money if you don't know what you're doing, because the numbers don't lie in real estate. A person, and I guarantee you is that property still for sale, that guy?
I think they bought that property. I think they sold that property.
Right, so they got rid of it.
Yeah.
So they probably just say, you know what, here, come take this property.
And I'm about to say, from what I understand or what I heard, I think they basically almost gave it away.
That's what I'm saying. Because you got to realize this. In the city of Chicago, the one thing about the city of Chicago that I don't like and do like, the city of Chicago is for the buyer. It's not for the seller. Because if you own a property, and if it's not up to code, guess what you start getting? Fines, tickets, bills. They will attach that property to your personal. And if you don't let that property go, what they going to do? Driver's license, taxes, liens against other property. Yeah. And now that little small pebble has become a huge boulder.
Yeah.
Right. So I wish, and again, I don't think it was worth it. When I saw the pictures and when I saw the work, I was like, nah, you don't want to go down that road. We probably had to put like 80 grand into that place.
Right.
Just for it to get livable.
Okay.
Of basic human standards. Not livable to sell, but just livable.
Oh no.
Because when you start tearing down drywall and when you find out that you got termites, it's like you gotta go all the way down to the foundation. That means you gotta go to the mud. That means you gotta go get permits.
Right.
If you start opening up walls, you see termites, that means you gotta tear everything down. So everything that's up gotta go. So now you gotta go get a whole demo crew. Now you gotta get people to come in there with hazmat shirts on, because you never know what's down there. And that's the scary part about properties. You don't want to see the foundation, but you do. Because if I know if there's no termites, there's no mice, if there's no rodents, if there's no mold, I know now it's just drywall, boards, and glue.
That's where that good inspector comes in.
Yep, a good inspector will save. So, I really do think, with the properties that myself, Raymond, we've acquired, and other properties we're going to start to acquire, we love bringing new buyers on or new investors on, just because we want to know how can we help them. And most importantly, we have a phenomenal team that is eager to buy. Raymond, people be slipping on Raymond. He owns lots. We got people that got lots and and plots and stuff like that, and it's a lot of real estate out here. Buy you some land, get part of the earth. I take that little $5,000 investment and get with 6 of your friends, and now you got 30 grand.
You can add up.
You can go out here and get something for 30 grand. 30,000. Somebody will sell it. Cash money. Somebody sell it. Stop buying cars, man.
So make it add up. Man,
stop. Buy a piece of the earth that you can give and that can grow. That $30,000 investment could turn into 150 grand in 5 years. Okay. Because if a big major corporation come, and if it's a bidding war, they're gonna start. You paid 30, man, I'll give you 200. And all you doing is looking. You looking. Now you gotta go get an attorney and do the paperwork. Because they want you to sign right then.
Oh, Lord.
Because they know they out for you. Think about it. If you bought something for 30, somebody said, I'll give you 300,000 right now. My first thing, if they offer me 300, how much is it really worth? Because in real estate, you want to know what you're building. I want to know what you're building. Like, you know what? Don't give me 300. Give me 125,000, but give me $10 an acre for the next 10 years. People don't know about them type of deals.
Come on with it.
Because if you own the land, you could decipher on how you sell it.
Right.
You could sell it outright, or you could sell it off contingencies. But you can still get a lease of the actual land. And they pay you that. So I know a lot of people that, unfortunately, they don't know about those type of deals, but it's land deals that you can do. You can buy it outright straight up, or you can sell it with an endowment or assignment based upon the acre.
Today, I was years old when I found out about that whole move right there.
You said who?
I say I was today years old when I found out. You just gave me like a real rundown.
Oh, for real?
Like, just all the intangibles. Like, you don't think, when you think of, purchasing, real estate or purchasing a home, whew, you just get,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what it is? For us,
mm-hmm.
that's our enjoyment.
Yeah.
It's the process of it. Some people think, oh my God, it's a headache. It's not a headache if you educate yourself.
Right.
If you truly understand, just like DJing, right? When you first start DJing 20 years ago, ain't DJing now.
Yeah.
With CDJs and records and timing and mixing,
technology and flow and vibe.
It's the same thing. Like you gotta, in real estate, unless you're a one-band show, you gotta have a team.
Right.
And you don't even want to be a one-band show because guess what? It's a conflict of interest because if I'm walking on my own property I'm about to buy and I'm the GC,
mm-hmm.
I may get tired.
True.
I may not inspect it as intricate as I need to. Then I'm the HVAC guy. Then I'm the plumber. I'm tired. And I'm the investor. I can't share the money with nobody. I'm going to get tired.
Yeah.
I'm doing my own fix and flip.
You got to put your entire time into that. You don't have time for anything else.
Yeah. So it's one of them things to where, Raymond and I in Orlando, we're very hard on each other. So a lot of times when we first started these, platforms, how can we say that we are experts in real estate when we don't own any? And I remember I was yelling at Raymond about Orlando, not yelling at Raymond, but I was yelling at Raymond about Orlando. And I was like, man, how we talk about we this, we don't own nothing. I was like, no, we gotta own something. And 6 months later, we did like 4 deals. Cause it's like, I can't hold you to a standard that I'm not even at.
Right.
It's like, we gotta live it. So we push each other here at the Ownership Club, and you got to be in a circle to where everyone is learning. It's just like with the different streams of income. And Sleep here?
Okay. I see.
Okay, no. It's like with the different streams of incomes that we have, and I'm gonna segue over to taxes, right?
Uh-huh.
So, with the American Dream, when I first met Raymond, because I had already knew Orlando. When I first met Raymond, we was a part of a group called Protect and Save.
Okay.
And we met on the west side of Chicago. Myself, Marcel Jackson, T. Smith, Mika Saunders, Brian Jackson, Raymond Batts. It was the best I've never in my life been around that much talent.
Okay.
Everyone right now is doing very well. Everyone that was in that room right now is doing very well that's in that room.
A couple of them are millionaires.
Yeah, a couple of million. Yeah, a couple of us. Yeah, we'd have made 7+ figures. Shout out to Mika Saunders in Primerica. I think she did like 2.5 last year in Primerica. She's like the #1 RSVP in Primerica.
She actually just pumped out another RVP this past week.
Yeah, so shout out to Mika Saunders. Shout out to everybody in Primerica. Because they got some amazing leadership over there. They got your boy.
The Wolf Pack.
Yeah, my man. Arcade Williams. Shout out to Arcade. Shout out to Brittany Craig. Yeah, so they actually are customers. So they are tax customers.
Okay.
So when we first started the taxes, it was more so just let's expand the brand. But now it's totally different. Let's help people. So that's why we're doing a seminar on June 3rd at the Hilton, because it's not just about Brian. When I first was doing it, Raymond was just a customer. When we first met, he was like, man, I like you, man. I want you to do my taxes. Cool, no problem. Quoted him a price. He gave me the money, did his taxes.
Right.
But then it's like, wait a minute. I have a platform that everybody can win on. So now American Dream Tax is about everyone having access to that opportunity, because that type of access can lead to real estate, can lead to other opportunities because of the revenue you could produce in 4 months. Most people think taxes are 4 months, but for us, it's 12 months. So right now, we are pushing our June 3rd event. It's a 12-week tax masterclass. And if you are interested in starting another stream of income, get in tune with us at 630-926-0394, because this 12-week tax masterclass is going to allow you to understand how to make money doing taxes all 12 months. Because it's not just about January 1st to May. We still doing taxes right now. Raymond sent in, you got to pay out on Monday. That you got to get. And it's serious. It's not a joke to where we went from doing taxes out of our home, me and Orlando, to having 96 franchisees, and this coming year we're gonna have 500. You know what I'm saying? So all of the revenue that we're making, we're pumping it back into the team. We're pumping it back into the opportunity. We was able to give away 2 free trips, one to Vegas and one to Jamaica, to the franchisees. So there's not too many companies that's doing that.
Right.
I don't know any company, and I'm on Facebook a lot just to see what other people are doing. We're doing something that's totally opposite in the competition. They're not doing franchisees. Last year we did it for $50. So you can come on and be a franchisee for $50 and you own your own tax franchise. This year we went up from 50 to 150, but what people don't get is the fact that it's an opportunity for wealth building.
Right.
Because if you work in a job, we want people to, have a job. Raymond, he's a biologist.
Right.
He has a 9-to-5 job. Do we want those people that are 100% entrepreneurs? Yes, we take those. But our core franchise are individuals that work 9-to-5s and they have a network. They understand how to tap into the network, and they're financially bring another stream of income to their household without working it. Okay. Raymond has done at least almost 150 taxes, and he has not touched one W-2. That's the virtual assistant platform.
That is a very, very beneficial platform.
Yes.
Because, the way I always sell it, I tell people, look, I'm trying to duplicate myself to where I could be at my regular job doing my duties over there while this person's taking care of this duty for me, making that money for me. This person over here is taking care of this duty for me, making that money for me. That's what I'm all about. Like that, you got to learn how to leverage other people's time. It makes you treat them right, so they can keep on leveraging.
That's it, man. And we've done that 96 times. So we have franchisees in California, Mississippi, Minnesota, Iowa, Indiana. Doesn't matter because everything is done online.
True.
Now, if they want to call the office, which they can call the office and do things of that nature. But, we have an opportunity for individuals for wealth building. We did over 7 figures, well over 7 figures. We did 2.8 million in cash advances this year. So we gave out 2.8 million in cash advances from January 1st to March 15th. That alone is phenomenal to be able to give out 2.8 million. So we're doing a lot of things, so even with the platforms that we have now, we want individuals that want to come in that are hungry and that are sick and tired of being sick and tired and want to make an extra $1,000 a month. Could you imagine so let's do this math real quick. Could you imagine if we helped 100 people make $1,000 a month? Just 100.
100 people
make an extra $1,000
a month.
What's that number? What's 100 times 1,000?
$1 million.
That's $1 million.
Hold on, man. I'm not mapping right there. Okay, $1 million.
Yeah. That's $1 million we've helped other people make. So most of us in business, 100,000. Is it 100,000?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I thought, okay, cool. So 100,000.
So my math was math.
Everyone's right. So it's 100,000. So what would an extra $100,000 do for other people? I know for a fact what $1,000 would do for somebody else part-time. That could pay your mortgage. That's 2 car notes, a mortgage, daycare, travel, entertainment. That's something. That's either paying on the bill or paying off a bill. So I think a lot of times we in business, we don't have those platforms. And I see a lot of people, they do a lot of things, right? They do this business, that business, that business, And I'm not down to any business at all. But what I am saying is, does your business have an exit strategy?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have true passive residual income? Does it have leverage? And does it have the ability for both us to coexist without the rigmarole of in the MLMs when you cut off your water? So I recruit you in, but once we get to the same level, I don't get my my overrides.
Yeah, you no longer get the override.
We don't do that in American Dream. If you recruit somebody in, you get 10%.
Right.
Don't matter. You get 10% of whoever you bring in.
Right.
I don't care if you bring in one or if you bring in 501. That's up to you. And wherever you come in on your percentage, you come in on your repentance. If you want to take advantage of the virtual assistant platform, or if you want to do the taxes on your own. So again, we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about some of the other products that we do have, financial services, DJ services, booking services. So again, we're gonna go to a commercial break, and man, keep in tune. Financial Power Hour Ownership Club.
Yeah. Like at this point in life, man, like if you ain't got good vibes, man, great vibes, man, don't come around me, you know what I mean? Don't even waste your time on mine, you know what I mean? Feel strange going through life with no friends. Almost text my ex, but then sin. Always hitting my shot, but can't win. A jet with no wing, a voice that can't sing. 13 years without my brother, man. Cast a living with my mother, man. And I'm back talking to my father, ain't talking to my brother, and I don't give a mo. Y'all, it's my prerogative to live how I live, to feel how I feel. You know what it is. It's my world to live in this, so don't waste my time. Look me in my eyes, this time I'm going off your eyes and vibes. I go off of vibes, and if they ain't right, then I say goodbye. Great vibes, only great vibes, only great vibes, only great vibes. This time I'm going off your eyes and vibes. With no friends, almost text my ex but then sin. Always hitting my shot but can't win. A jet with no wing, a voice that can't sing. 13 years without my brother, man. Cast a living with my mother, man. And I'm back talking to my father, ain't talking to my brother, and I don't give a. I bring nothing but great vibes with me. Each and every time I step on the scene, you can see it in my eyes, can feel it in my shake. Ain't nothing fake about me, no. And if you fake it, the f*** up on my face is standing in my way down. I got shit I gotta do, like make my mama house and our bank account much bigger. It's my prerogative to live how I live, to feel how I feel. You know what it is. It's my world to live in this, and don't waste my time. Look me in my eyes, this time I'm going off your eyes and vibes. I go off of vibes, and if they ain't right, then I say goodbye. Great vibes, only great vibes, only great vibes, only great vibes. This time I'm going off your eyes and vibes. Almost text my ex, but then sin. Always hitting my shot, but can't win. A jet with no wing, a voice that can't sing. 13 years without my brother, man. Cast a living with my mother, man. I'm back talking to my father, ain't talking to my brother, and I don't give a
I'm just looking for a great vibe. You know, feet up in the water while you lakeside. Instead, I gotta keep that pistol on my waistline. You tryna live your life, they tryna take mine. I wanna taste fresh air, I wanna taste wine. Instead of ducking police raids with the K9s. Ain't no love for a criminal, that's hate crimes. I took my chances, ain't no money on the safe side. I wanna know how it feel, just to have a meal. You ain't worried about a bill. Steady in the field, steady clutching on the steel. Tryna get a deal, mama worried about some pills. That shit drive me crazy. I'm tryna keep tunnel vision through the bullshit, the only thing that saved me. I stay away from bad vibes, that shit changed me. I hold on to the good vibes and stay the same me.
Go off of vibes, and if they ain't right, then I say goodbye. Great vibes,
Call it now to win. 708-223-8953. That's 708-223-8953. Call now.
Great vibes on me. Tell me who with my mother team who up on that level. We got propellers and wings. Feel like I'm so way up, I can damn near touch the sky. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Rebel way up, just stay up, I'm forever high. Heartbreak rebel on the level, you can't verify. Well, style on the beat and I'm on beast mode. I'm on that, I'm so damn high that I can't even speak mode. Niggas wanna tweak, cause they baby mama freak. What? But that's irrelevant and rebel ain't got time for that peasant kid, I'm super fly. Man, put him in a pine box with a suit and tie. Won't beef, I supersize. Ocean full of cash, I scoop it down. Come and go, they drop like dominoes. Straight out of comic book, so comical. Act till a full flip, make them find a road. Turn it to a murder scene with jazz, so I spaz, yo. All about the cash flow, higher than the Astro. Yo, tell me who with my mother team who up on that level. We got propellers and wings. Feel like I'm so way up, I can damn near touch the sky. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high.
By the Milky Way loop the arm, cause I'm a big shot like a three-pointer hoop in the harm. It's jazz, oh no worries, I got y'all. The key to walking on water is knowing where the rocks are. Went for money and stepped it up, the pumpkins, the cold show, cold flow like Avion. Still peeler ringing bells like Le'Veon. Hood dreams, way beyond. Memorize the game, deleted the files, defeated the odds, proceeded the gods, get ass high. Plain as black and white, I'm seeing the be dreaming off diametric tryptamine. As I flip the scene, my shooters hard knock schoolers, toting them to suspend you on principle. Non-hospitable, unforgivable with them AK minerals flying up in your living room. What you mad at? Ape all the rat acts, air master pumping crack acts, something to laugh at. Get it on the first, back and she a flirt. Riding hoods got more wolves, be alert. I'm up, yeah, up there, the cleverest, Everest, the Empire State, the Pluto, Stupo, you know.
Tell me who with my mother team who up on that level. We got propellers and wings. Feel like I'm so way up, I can damn near touch the sky. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high.
Put it aim at your brain like a chopper shooting game. Let your dame let a popper. You a change for $1. Blame, so I came for a slaughter like I'm Wayne on the collar. Bringing the pain like I'm a same within the vein with the opposite. Watch it, we're stepping in mama top of this coffee and novelist. Sex, I'm a dominance like I'm anonymous. Don't wanna politic out of this garbage. Down with demolish. You doing the obvious shot of your confidence. I'm on a roll smoking on the kush. I'm off of the hook. High looking down from the heavens, purple crown. All seven spin around. I'm a better in the styles. Keeping them up and coming around. Shit, niggas down. Ain't no on my team. The son of a hot supreme. For the king, the real dream. The battle about how you been doing the unseen. Walking in between, living in the balance of a triple beam. Thinking the higher than the most. Let them roast in the fire, earth, wind on the water, surfing. And I'm working and searching for certain. You heard I be whipping in the clothes and the curves swerving like I'm in a hurry. Calling me the daddy when I put me on Murray. Chest down, nigga, in nigga stir it. Blood nigga now, vision getting blurry. Steph Curry.
Tell me who with my mother team who up on that level. We got propellers and wings. Feel like I'm so way up, I can damn near touch the sky. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high. Ain't no coming down, cause I'm so fly forever high, high.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Initialize sequence. You're tuned in to IntellectualRadio-Podcast.
What's going on, y'all? We are back. Ownership Club Financial Power Hour. It's your boy, Brian Fleming.
Shot Blitz Ground.
Mr. Bats the Court, man.
Shout out to that girl, Olivia. Man, listen, man. If you want to come in here and talk to us and ask us for questions about real estate, about business, we hit at 5 o'clock. Give us a call at 223-893. Give us a call. We would love to talk to you. We would love to answer any questions that you have, any specific to business, small business, real estate, LLCs, how to start them, how to start non-for-profits, how to get business lending, how to position yourself to get a deal. And if we don't have the answer, we can point you in the right direction. So again, call us at 708-223-8953. Now, Mr. Batts, I know that you had some information pertaining to jobs. So if individuals are looking for part-time or full-time work and they want that W-2, right? They want to work and they want to earn a little bit part-time or full-time. What are some of the things we got going on?
Well, CTA, Chicago Transit Authority, they have a big hiring event going on currently where they're hiring for bus drivers, all type of positions. And whatever role that you do apply for with the CTA, if it does require a CDL, you don't have to have a CDL coming in. They pay for your trainer and teach you how to get the CDL. So you definitely want to follow up on that. And Metra is actually hiring as well. So I share a lot of that information on my social media, on my Facebook page. Just make sure you go to Google. I could give you the website, but I'd rather just give it to you the easiest way to find it. Go to Google, put in CTA jobs, or go to Google, put in Metra jobs, and everything that pops up, whatever is your fit, go after. And if you're looking to make additional streams of income, we always got multiple ways. You can come learn how to do taxes, install security cameras, sell life insurance. We got all types of opportunities for you to make additional income, but we want to put you in position. Go check out CTA and Metro, get those good W-2 jobs that's going to really pay your bills up front, and then invest a little bit of that money on over here so we can teach you some other ways to make some money, and then you can learn how to make money for the long run as well.
Blizz.
Yes, indeed.
Blizz, man. Crown Holder Convo, man. What you got going on?
I got a whole lot going on, man.
Talk to us, man. Talk to us.
Busy out here in these streets. It's first and foremost, salute going out to my team, the Ownership Club. You can definitely find us every Sunday, doing our thing over on Soul 106.3, 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Monday through Friday, the morning jump off, support District Radio, .com. Me and that girl Olivia, the morning jump off, we're doing our thing 9 to 12. Then Saturdays, we knocking it out here 3 to 5, man, right here on IntellectualRadio.com, iHeartRadio. So that's the radio side of things. Make sure y'all go check out the project, The Blizz Effect. It is available for download. We just knocked on pretty much a year since I actually dropped that project last year.
Yes, sir.
And it's doing well. The streaming numbers are well. The Blizz Effect 2 is on the way, by the way. Got features from Ben One, the international artist Taco, Beads. Let me see who else. Lamar Creations, Yes, the Brand. Production by Dantana and E. Jilla, and of course going out to my man Young Verse. So musically, things, going crazy. Radio wise, things going crazy. Event wise, speaking of the Blizz Effect Memorial Weekend concert going down May the 26th. We at Joe's Bar and Grill. That's 90 West 53rd Avenue. Of course, that's in Maryville, Indiana. Come on out, 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. You got Shablitz, Crown Hold, you got Berg Red Star, Chanel Ellis, and FOF The Right Way. We all headlining the concert. We all breaking bread on the concert. Just really trying to show the artists how to empower themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Put in position.
So, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing to be the big dog and been able to be in the game 20 plus years and still doing my thing, and then being able to pour some of that into the upcoming people, what they got going on, the artists and the businesses. So, like I said, that's the radio, that's the music, that's the events. That's crazy. Fat shout's going out to Melly P too. We just lined up something. She actually just sent me the flyer for that, and I'm gonna shout that out real quick. Melly P's Playground, check her out, doing her thing Monday through Friday over there on My Radio Chicago. But we got an event going down July the 28th. It's a silent showcase party. All right, free to perform with 5 supporters. It's going down at the attraction. Of course, Shop Blizz and Melly P. Man, come on, man. Event after event after event, man. Let's go.
So we got a call real quick. We're going hello? Intellectual Radio Ownership Club.
Hi, I wanted to know if it's best to sell your house yourself if you're selling your home, or do you have to have a realtor?
Okay, so the question, just to make sure everyone knows, the question was, I want to make sure if you are selling your house, what's the best way to do it if you have a realtor or yourself? Is that it?
Right.
So you got
better to sell it myself?
Well, this is the thing. Okay, you got to realize two things. Do you have a vast information on selling your home, meaning the comps? Do you know the right price to position it at? Do you know how to do the makeup of your house? Do you have a potential buyer, or are you going in cold? Now, dealing with the realtor, he or she has a vast information of knowledge, as well as they're getting a commission to sell your home. So a lot of times when you're doing a real estate transaction, a lot of times the seller doesn't understand the true value of the realtor. Now, is that realtor working to sell your home? Or do you have a beautiful home, you could just put it on Facebook and you got 15 people bidding on it? So I think the only question, that's a personal information. I personally think a realtor brings a lot of value if they're going to work your home. Now, if the realtor is not working your home and you doing the work, and then they just say, hey, give me the number to the seller, and they just put 1 and 2 together, then that's a little bit different. So I think a lot of times sellers and realtors and buyers and realtors, they have great relationships. What I would advise you to do is to sit down with your realtor and have a great conversation about your property, what you want, how do you want that executed, and most importantly, the numbers of which they're getting paid. Because you got to remember, when that transaction goes through, a portion of those funds go to the realtor. So in essence, you're paying the realtor a nice amount of money. Some of them are 2.5%, some of them are 3%, some of them are 5%. So, if you're selling your home at $100,000, that's a nice commission.
Can that be negotiated, or do you just go with whatever the realtor tells you it is?
Well, it depends on the leverage. I've heard some individuals negotiate it. Most realtors don't negotiate. They'll just say my standard rate is this. That's just like if you go to an attorney and they say, hey, I want you to represent me in a court case, or I want you to represent me in this, I want you to represent me legal. They'll give you their costs. They'll say, hey, this is my cost per hour. And then you're either going to agree with it or you're not. Now, typically you can say, hey, what is your standard rate as a realtor? Most realtors don't lead with that information. They're not going to say, hey, I charge 3%, or I charge 4%, or I charge 5%. Now, if you ask that question, they're going to know you know what you're talking about, even if you're bluffing. Even if you say, hey, what you charging me? Well, I typically charge 2.5% or 3%. Do we have any wiggle room with that? You can say that. Do we have any wiggle room? And they can say no, or they can say yes. Because when you sign your contract with the realtor, all that paperwork, all that information is in the paperwork.
Okay, thank you so much. Good information. Good show.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, so again, that was a great question. Great callback. So please, give us a call, 708-223-8953. This is why we're here. We want live information on some of the questions that we have. We don't know these people, but hopefully we help that young lady on either getting a realtor, or at least now she got a bullet and a gun. Now she got a bullet. She got a bullet in the holster, because now she gonna ask that realtor, is there any negotiating room with that? I know she gonna ask that minimum.
Yeah.
But again,
you taught her a little something that quick.
Man, that's what we're here for, man. We're here to bring value to individuals that may not, because a lot of times in financial services, people just don't feel comfortable asking the question. They're just like, well, I'd rather not say nothing and let it happen. Then the rate, you have the right to ask a question. They're representing you. They work for you.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me. And it's just like hiring a DJ. You work for me from 9 to 2. If I tell you to play Usher 30 times, guess what? I need to hear Usher 30 times.
I declined again.
If I want you to chugga,
no, but that's real. It's you got to cater to the person that's hiring you.
you
You know, within reason, of course. Like,
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But generally, you cater to the entity or the entities that hire you. So, you know, they cutting the check.
That was a good question, man. Again, any question, let's talk about life insurance. Let's talk about life insurance, Mr. Bass. And I know, Mr. Bass is phenomenal. Someone that is very versed and licensed in life insurance products. So again, I've seen too many deaths on Facebook, too many GoFundMes, about individuals that die and individuals don't have life insurance products. So Raymond, if they wanted to get in touch with you to talk about life insurance products, or for you to quote them a rate, or for them to start life insurance, how would they get a hold of you?
Oh, yeah. You could text me at 773-799-6898, or you could email me at phoenixrisingcorp1979 at gmail.com. And you definitely want to make sure that, because life insurance is income protection, people, first off. You know what I mean? So let's say you're a father, you have a wife at home, 3 children. They're counting on your income. Something happens to you. Let's say you was making about $70,000 a year. Now that $70,000 a year is gone.
Yeah.
And now your family, they're grieving already because of the loss of you. And on top of the grief, they had to figure out how they're going to bury you. Yeah, you probably had life insurance on your job, but at the same time, you always want to have your own policy, because the life insurance on your job is different provisions as with it. Sometimes it's just ADD, accidental death or dismemberment. If you happen to be in the process of being separated from that job, now they no longer have to pay you. So you always got to have your own life insurance protection plan going on, and your income protection plan, because you want to make it comfortable for your family. In the event that they lose you, they can just focus on the grieving. They don't have to put their boss hat on and figure out how to put you away properly and still grieve. And then you want your kids to be able to, you want enough life insurance to be able to take care of your kids for at least 5 to 10 years after your loss, to give your family time to recover from that. It is extremely important. And not just the life insurance, you want to start up investments as well, because you can have those investments growing while you have your life insurance is your upfront protection, your investment is your retirement opportunity. What we put people into position to do, have your upfront protection with the life insurance, and then at the end of, let's say, 30, 35 years down the road, you have your investment growing that whole time. So if your investment grows to $1 million, $2 million, $5 million, do you need life insurance anymore? No, but you can still get it if you want.
Absolutely. So again, what's that number if they wanted to reach you?
773-799-6898.
So again, people, please, we've seen so many individuals that pass away, whether it be, gun violence or whatever the case may be. But I've seen too many GoFundMes. I thank God that, my mom knew the value of life insurance. She had life insurance, she had a policy, she knew what she wanted to happen, and we executed that, and I provided the difference, but it wasn't a strain on the family. And I think a lot of times, we may not want to talk about death, but we all will experience that eventually, sooner or later, hopefully much, 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 much later, but we do have to protect our family. So again, if you or any of your family members or any friends, or if you want to purchase it for a loved one, please, again, give Raymond Batts a call at
773-799-6898. And always remember this key point. The only guaranteed thing in life is one day we will pass away.
Death and taxes.
Absolutely. And you will pay taxes.
Yes.
If you're in the United States of America.
Man.
That boy be spitting.
He be spitting, man. That's but you know what it is. That's that different streams of income coming out. When you got Mr. Best got 9 different things going on. Raymond is biologist, taxes, real estate, cameras, life insurance, non-for-profit, phenomenal business networker. So he's the guy that can get you who you need to know. Raymond will know the city alderman and the local drug dealer. He gonna know everybody. And the one thing, I've been around with him for so long, you gotta have somebody in the corner like him. Cause he knows when he walks into a room, he knows what to say, how to say it, and who to say it to. So I thank him.
And down.
Yeah, I thank him for that, man. And even with you, Blizzy, we've all grown, but I can say out of all of us, you, my friend, and my brother have definitely changed. You come full circle. I remember when we first was on My Way to Chicago, when we came in and we were green. We and Raymond and I remember we first had our show, and you was asking us about structure and all that. We was like we just gonna talk.
Right. He's like, we just gonna talk.
And you was like, for real? Like, yeah, trust me, we got enough information to talk.
Yes, y'all do. These guys can talk. Just know that, what I'm saying about, but dope information, and I was impressed by that. Like, the fact y'all just came in, y'all just hit the ground running. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's empowering and to look at your business structure now, to look at the way you're doing business and how much of business you're doing.
Thank you, brother.
Your acquisition of owning the actual station now and being the majority owner of My Radio Chicago, as well as your lyrics, your ASCAP, your performance rights, and getting paid on your streams, and being a dope DJ as well as an artist, and making sure you're empowering others as well. Like, hey, if you really want to do this music thing, this is what you got to do. This is what you really, need to put yourself in a position to do. So I salute you for that. Is because I remember the conversations we had when we first met. None of our platforms are where they are now. And this is the exciting part. Imagine where they're going to be next year.
Yeah.
Imagine how many stations we're going to be on next year. So I want to make sure that everyone knows. Again, if you have a question, give us a call, 708-223-8953. Give us a call. Ask us any question you want, because, we see the growth in us.
Yeah.
A lot of times people don't see the growth. They just
be scared to acknowledge it.
Yeah.
You ain't got to be scared.
No.
Just tell your friend good props. Tell your sister, brother, cousin good props. Good.
Yeah, man.
Good
You cannot ask God to visit joy on you when you're not ready to visit joy on man. I can't ask God to bless me if I'm not asking him to bless others. And I think a lot of times in business, it's okay to say, so listen, I think this is the hardest thing for some people. It's okay to say no.
Yeah.
It's okay. If it's not working, if it's not for you, if you don't understand the deal, either get somebody that understands the deal or don't do the deal. It's not, I don't understand everything that we do, but I have a team of people that understands it. And if they don't understand it, and if I want to do the deal that bad, I'm either going to do the due diligence of finding out someone that does it, or I'm going to turn down the deal. And I think a lot of times in business, we make things hard. Again, a business is designed to earn a profit.
We make it hard because of the emotional tie we put into it.
Absolutely, I think so. Because I asked one guy, I said, "Man, why you start a business?" Man, because I said, "No, you start a business to make a profit. Anything else is a hobby. Because if you don't want to make a profit, then give it away." Yeah. We all are in business to earn a living and to make a profit. Now, the byproduct of that is building a customer base, helping others. But the essence of it is to earn a profit. Because if you did not want to earn a profit, you would not have any sales. Everything would be free. I'm going to do taxes for free. You're going to record music for free. You're going to give out advice for free. The radio station is for free. Everyone can come and record for free. No. You want to start a business, to earn a profit.
To get some money.
And in earning a profit, you build structure, you build a team, you build leverage, you have ethical standards, you have moral standards. Then you go through the growing pains of A to Z. But some of us in business, they want to skip steps. Can't skip steps. Because what happens is when you try to skip steps,
you trip.
You run into pitfalls. So again, man, we talking a lot, learning a lot, and we want to grow and we want to learn. So this is, again, the Financial Power Hour Ownership Club. Give us a call, 708-223-8953. We're going to be back in another 5 minutes. Thanks.
All right, I gotta get ready to make this drop.
You said you love me, but lately I've been feeling like that was just a lie. Yeah, and you said you needed me, then why you wanna leave me out here to dry? How you just gonna up and walk away? I'm not leaving, I'm just asking you to stay with me. Mixed emotions and the games you play. Used to love and lay up all day. I'm stressed, you don't know what makes me feel this way. I guess I'ma have a hot girl summer and finesse, 'cause I know that woman ain't gon' hold you down. 6 long years and you ain't stay around. If I stayed around, look goofy and I done fell for a clown. You said you love me, but lately I've been feeling like that was just a lie. It wasn't no lie. You said you needed me. Why you wanna leave me out here to dry?
I left you dry, you at the desert, I'm at parties. Been trying to call you all day just to say I'm sorry. Been doing the naughty. My heart is colder than a frosty, but you a softie. And VIP, these girls be on me, can't get them off me. I'm always busy on the go, you trying to stay a while. 'Cause when I'm with you, I say perfect things that make you smile. As many times as we made love, we should've made a child. I know I did you in a few times, I don't say it proud. But babe, I'm down and I hope you down too. Too much on my mind, but I'm still thinking about you. I've been on my grind, I promise I ain't on that. But every time I try, now I see you hold back. Please forget the past, I'm your future. I don't wanna lose you, I'm down to ride like Uber. I should've wifed you sooner. Don't listen to the rumors, I won't tell no lies, no. Without you I go psycho.
You said you love me, but lately I've been feeling like that was just a lie. And you said you needed me. Why you wanna leave me out here to dry?
IntellectualRadio.com. Feed your brain.
Feed me now. I'm starving.
Yes. What is going on here? Intellectual Radio Financial Power Hour. Man, Brian Fleming here.
Mr. Bats the Court, man.
Blizz had to leave. He had to go and celebrate his mother for Mother's Day. So again, shouts out on behalf of the Ownership Club. We want to send a special and a loving Mother's Day to all the phenomenal mothers out there. You know, if your mother is with you physically or if she's in heaven with Father above, please go out. If you know a mother, if there's a mother in your family, text them, let them know you love them, let them know to give them a happy Mother's Day. And again, we want to spend a special shout out to all the mothers that are out there. I know Mama Bats is going to have a good time today and tomorrow with our love family. So I just wanted to get that out there, man. So Raymond, we are in a position to where we can really empower individuals with information that we give them because of our platform. So somebody asked me this question the other day, and I want to ask you, Raymond, what do you feel is your biggest asset that you possess?
That's a good question. You got me thinking on that one now. I would say the biggest asset that I have is probably my vision and pretty much my vision.
Your vision.
Yeah.
So you got to have a vision in business.
You definitely have to have a vision in business because I'm going to go into this a little bit.
Go ahead.
I came up with a concept back in maybe 2007, 2008. And the reason why I came up with this concept because when I graduated from college, I had a very difficult time finding a job in the field because, of course, like Black men are very underrepresented in the quality control, biology type field. They're almost non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
So for over a year, I was applying to jobs. They saw the credentials, but as soon as I got in the door, and then, I mean, like, it could have been because of my skin. It could have been maybe I didn't sell myself properly. But one fact does remain, Black men are very underrepresented. So what I wanted to do was put together a system to make that easier for other Black men to not have to go through what I went through.
Mm-hmm.
But then when I did finally break into the field, I learned, okay, now you're underpaid.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing like different things on the side. Like I did some everything. I was delivering flowers. I was selling energy door to door. I started selling. That's when I first started selling life insurance in 2007.
So you did it all.
I did it all, man.
Had that vision.
Hey, with that vision, because this basically what the vision did. Like I wanted to start something. I saw a movie called The Hit with Blair Underwood, and Blair Underwood brought together all of the Black record executives and said, "Let's start our own major company." We all put a little money out of our pot into that major company. We cut out our major companies, and this is our major. So that way we keep more money to ourselves. We can all still run our own individual companies, but we're all pouring into the major company, and we go to a different city each year and start state-of-the-art community centers to start rebuilding our communities.
Mm-hmm.
So that inspired me to start the Unified Brotherhood, which was pretty much a concept along those lines where I wanted me and my close friends at the time to be able to do that. The problem with that, none of those close friends were where I was at on vision. They all had wives, families, kids, they couldn't really see past that struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I still love them all to this day. I'm still, they're still all family.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like I nearly gave up on that. I nearly gave up on that vision. But then my heart started crying out to the universe. And that's when everything started opening up. People started coming into my life.
Boom.
And now that very vision of Unified Brotherhood, everybody that I partner with, you, the radio, all of this is Unified Brotherhood.
Yep.
And I don't really talk about it much. I don't tell people.
You already got it.
It's already here. It's more powerful than I ever imagined.
Yeah, man.
And all I wanted to do was put something in position to where anything a person needed, they could come to us and get it done.
Yeah.
And here it is.
You know what's so funny is sometimes I be at awe at what we've accomplished and what's to come. And I try to, I know we all do, but I really want to encourage somebody right now that's going through it. I know right now somebody is in between jobs, right?
Yeah.
They're in between their businesses. They're looking for their next sale. They're looking for that next opportunity. They sent out 50 text messages, no responses. They sent out 7 emails, no responses. And they want to quit. So I'm talking to you. Whoever you are, don't quit.
Never quit.
Because
never quit.
It was times where we all have been in situations to where we didn't get paid. We did free work. People have taken advantage of us. People have left us for dead. We had to double back in business. And now we want to pour into you. So for the next 20 minutes, if you can call in, 708-223-8953, and tell us your story, and we want to give you a blessing. So, we want to see if we can help somebody. If someone calls in, again, we got 20 minutes before we off the radio. This is going to be the Ownership Club's blessing for the day. Because I want to hear some stories. I want to hear somebody tell me that they going through this and this and their business and this. Because sometimes, they always say a closed mouth don't get fed. So right now, this is the opportunity for you to call up to the radio station and tell us what's going on. Tell us, how can we help you? Because sometimes it's just information. A lot of times, it's not about the money. It's about the access to the information. Because some people just don't know where to go to get the information. So again, if you're in business, if you're not in business, if you selling plates, if you selling purses, if you, whatever you're doing, it's something, I tell people all the time, it's a millionaire in every line of business.
Absolutely.
Every line of business. The question is, are you willing to go through what it needs to go through for you to make that million? So again, these are some of the things that we go through, we went through, and we're going to continue to go through. It's just that we're on the other side right now. And for us to get on another side, we know we got to put in 10 times the amount of work, right?
Absolutely.
So this is the blessing for us. We know what it feels like to go from negative to 100,000 or $500,000 or whatever the case may be. Now, how do we get to that 20 million, that 50 million? We know we got to help a lot of people.
That's the key right there. You definitely have to help people in business.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I was at a meeting earlier today talking with a gentleman, and he said at one point he got to a point to where he was consistently making between 110,000 to 125,000 a year, but he couldn't exceed that, and he was getting frustrated until he figured out he had to help more people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when his income increased.
Yeah, you got to help more people, man. We want to do more LLCs. We want to do more EINs. We want to do more business financial statements. We want to do more income verse statements. We want to do more non-for-profits. We want to do more taxes. We want to help, more people in their endeavors. So whatever it is you're doing, whatever questions you have, credit, if you need your credit fixed, right? Yeah. If you want to buy a car, if you want to buy a house, if you want to get caught up on some bills. I was just with somebody the other day, and they ain't done taxes in 7 years. I said, man,
it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people out there like that.
I said, man, where you been hiding? I said, man, come on, we got you. So it's okay. It's okay, but let's just do better. We're not the most expensive company ever, but we're not the cheapest.
No, we're not.
We trust me, we ain't the most expensive, but we ain't the cheapest. And that's why we're doing a lot of these seminars right now, man. I'm willing to to help out somebody with a seminar, right? If they want it. You know, we because at the end of the day, we can open the door, but you got to walk through it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, you definitely got to walk through it. And again, we're here every Saturday from 3 to 5. Go check us out at theownershipclub.net at our website. Let us know what you think. You know, follow us on Facebook, The Ownership Club, Financial Power Hour. Follow myself, Brian Fleming. It's a picture of me and my son. Follow us on American Dream Tax Accounting, Real Estate and Accounting. Follow Raymond Batts at Raymond Alexander Batts, or Unified Legacy, or
Phoenix Rising Corporation.
That we all have our own separate businesses, but the Ownership Club brings us all back together. Follow Orlando Renfrey, Orlando Winfrey. We have a partnership with Wintrust Bank. So we're going to have them come in probably next week and talk about banking products. Follow that girl Olivia with the Biz Magazine, the Biz Group. Follow Shy Blizz, Bruce Johnson, one of the dopest, if not the dopest, hottest DJ in Chicago. Follow DJ Get 'em, one of the dopest DJs. So if you need them for a DJ, you know, holler at them. We have a phenomenal team. Shouts out to ICL Mitchell, you know, Swagco, Dale Brown, Terrence Flowers, his birthday coming up, by the way. Carrietta Washington. You know, if you're a business, if you need a little bit something for your business, if you need creams, if you need cologne. So if you are a small business owner and if you need that keepsake gift for businesses that purchase stuff from you, we can help you out with that. Shout out to Maya. Egg rolls and noodles on fire. You know, Maya knows she shouts out to AG, Access Granted. So, you know, this network that we have, we want to share it. We're not gonna hold it in. We're gonna share it. You know, we want everybody to shine. You know, and again, if you're a business owner and if you want to step into the radio world, we can help you. Come up here, give us a call. Go to IntellectualRadio.com. Come on. We wanna hear your voice, because your voice needs to be heard as well.
Definitely.
You know, I remember when me and Raymond first started, and we were green in radio. We just wanted people just to hear the information, and we said, "Hey, look, we just want to talk. We can talk, because this is what when you really do something, you can talk hours about it. Me and Raymond can talk hours about non-for-profit, 501c3s. How do you start them? How do you recognize them? Making sure you get a board, making sure you get your correct board that don't vote you out, making sure it's an odd number, make sure that you have a money person, you have a technological person, and you have a loyal person, because you don't want 3 people doing the same thing. You want 3 to 5 people doing a different thing. You want to make sure you have a bank relationship with your non-for-profit. You want to make sure that funds are coming in. Consistent funds are coming in, because you could use those funds and turn those funds opportunities into grants when grant opportunities come around. Make sure your information, your balance sheets are correct, so that way when people are donating to your non-for-profit, you have the right documentation to give them so they can write it off on their taxes.
Exactly.
So again, we have a non-for-profit, Phoenix Rising, Unified Legacy. You can donate to Unified Legacy. It's on Facebook. So if you do want to donate to a non-for-profit with United Men, and Raymond is overseeing the kids that you want to do.
Currently, Unified Legacy is partner with a world-class skater by the name of Darius Sanders. And like this young man, he's skated all across the world, skated with the best. So we're partnering to kind of give him more notoriety, make sure we get the word out there about what's going on, what he's doing, and eventually, like, he wants to do trainings to teach people how to skate as well.
Okay. Man, see, that's what I'm saying. It's so much that's going on, and that we want to, be individuals that share. So, again, if you're a business owner, from 3 to 5, if you want to call and give yourself a shout out, what businesses do you own? Let's talk. A lot of people are afraid to do that. 708-223-8953. If you own a business and if you want to shout out, give us a call. Let us talk about your business. Let us come and visit your business. Let's broadcast live from your business. It's going to cost some money, but we can broadcast live from your business.
And it's going to bring you more business.
So again, man, here at Intellectual Radio, we want to make sure that we bridge the gap from knowing to not knowing. It's almost that time. It's about 4:50. We're going to get up out here in a little bit. So Raymond, if they want to follow you on any of your social platforms, if they want to get a hold of you, tell them, how can they get a hold of you?
You can find me as Raymond Batts on LinkedIn. On Facebook, you'll find me at Raymond Alexander Batts. Instagram, Mr. Batts the Courtman. And I also have a YouTube, Raymond Batts as well, to where I have videos uploaded talking about business. So on Facebook, just look for the profile that look like an old 80s R&B album cover. On Instagram, look for the picture look like Morpheus. And make sure you take the orange pill, Neo.
There you go. And this is your boy, Brian Fleming, man. On Facebook, I primarily only use Facebook. So my name is Brian Fleming. You can follow me at Facebook at Brian Fleming. You can, for any business-related questions, you can hit me up at 630-926-0394. Text Intellectual Radio to that number, and I know, what you really want to do. You can hit us up at American Dream Tax Accounting and Real Estate. You can also hit us up on Facebook at American Dream Firearm and Safety for any of your concealed carry needs. So again, this is your boy, Brian Fleming, Raymond Batts, that girl Olivia, the Financial Power Hour. And we will not be here this coming Saturday, but we'll be back the next following Saturday. So again, happy Mother's Day. Stay in tune. Peace.
Excellent. I don't need nobody,